Harvesting time in a vegetable garden is always rewarding because it reflects weeks or months of care, patience, and observation. At this stage, the garden gives back in more ways than one. Not only do we collect fresh vegetables for eating, but we also gather valuable plant material that can be reused to nourish the soil again. This approach turns harvesting into a complete cycle where nothing is wasted and every part of the plant serves a purpose. During harvesting, the first priority is collecting vegetables that are ready to be eaten raw or cooked. These are the fruits, roots, or tender parts that have reached maturity and offer the best flavor and nutrition. Freshly harvested vegetables are healthier, taste better, and carry a sense of satisfaction that store-bought produce rarely provides. But alongside these edible parts, there is another important resource that often gets ignored: the leaves and leftover plant material. Instead of throwing them away, these leaves can be transformed into a powerful liquid fertilizer for the garden. Once the vegetables are harvested, the leaves are separated and chopped into small pieces. Chopping is important because smaller pieces break down faster and release nutrients more efficiently. These chopped leaves are then placed into a bucket. The bucket does not need to be fancy. Any clean container that can hold water and be covered will work well. After adding the leaves, the bucket is filled with non-chlorinated water. This is a crucial step, as chlorine can harm beneficial microorganisms that play a major role in the fermentation process. If tap water is the only option, letting it sit uncovered for several hours or overnight allows chlorine to evaporate naturally. After filling the bucket with water, a few tablespoons of molasses are added. Molasses acts as a food source for beneficial microbes. It is rich in sugars and trace minerals, which help microorganisms multiply and become active. These microbes are responsible for breaking down plant material and converting it into nutrients that plants can easily absorb later. The next step is adding a handful of manure to the bucket. Manure introduces additional microorganisms and nutrients, strengthening the fertilizer. Well-aged or composted manure is best, as it reduces the risk of harmful pathogens and unpleasant odors. Once all ingredients are in the bucket, everything is mixed thoroughly. Mixing ensures that the leaves, molasses, manure, and water combine evenly, creating the right environment for fermentation. After mixing, the bucket is covered. The cover should not be completely airtight. Allowing a little airflow helps prevent pressure buildup while still protecting the mixture from insects and debris. The bucket is then placed in a shaded area, away from direct sunlight. Do you toss vegetable leaves in the trash, or do you reuse them in some useful way? The waiting period is where transformation happens. Over the next 10 to 15 days, the mixture ferments. During this time, microorganisms break down the leaves and manure, releasing nutrients into the liquid. The smell will become strong, which is normal and a sign that the process is working. Stirring the mixture every few days can help keep the fermentation active and balanced, though it is not strictly necessary. After the waiting period, the liquid fertilizer is ready to use. The solid material can be strained out or left in the bucket, depending on preference. Before applying it to the garden, the liquid must be diluted with water. Using it in concentrated form can harm plants, so dilution makes it safe and effective. Once diluted, it can be applied directly to the soil around plants, or used as a soil drench to boost microbial activity and nutrient availability. This homemade liquid fertilizer enriches the soil naturally, improves plant growth, and reduces reliance on chemical fertilizers. It also supports a sustainable gardening approach by recycling garden waste and closing the nutrient loop. What started as discarded leaves becomes a valuable input that feeds the next cycle of growth. Through this simple process, the garden not only provides food, but also teaches the importance of balance, reuse, and respect for natural systems.